Hello, my sweet dear magical friends. Welcome to your psychic tarot reading with me, Natalie, spelled N-A-T-A-L-E-E, as we open up the energies of your download using the tarot. Tuning into your energies, I'm picking up. This almost feels like some kind of either like a financial thing, like a job offer, or like a promotion or a raise, or pulling someone to another company, or this is like dirty talk, and like if you're some of that applies. But it's like someone is really interested and curious and open, and the other person has like something to share. So it's like, talk me through it, walk me through it, describe it to me. What can I expect? What does this entail? Maybe there are a lot of questions, and it's pretty cool. It feels very like, give me more. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, what do we need to know? Oh, I know, gotcha. Okay, so right out the gate, we've got, man, what is this? We've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant, the Six of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Nine of Wands. Can't wait for my me time to do my nails. Okay, so it looks fantastic. What can I say? No wonder you're interested. Or if you're the one, talking to somebody else, they're interested. There's a lot of incentive here. Okay, financial incentive. This looks like a win-win-win situation. My favorite thing about this, I love the Nine of Wands. This is boundaries, this is protection, whatever you're talking about. It could even be something, how did I put this? Not like secret, private, enclosed is what it feels like. Sort of like between these two pillars, it's very like contained and special. It's already, okay, so these are the acolytes learning from this Hierophant. But the Hierophant is one of the three pillar cards in the tarot. You also have the Justice card, you also have the High Priestess, and all three will share information with you. So this could even be some kind of like intel, could even be like the currency. Okay, especially if this is like stock tips, crypto tips, that kind of thing. The Hierophant will share information with you conditionally upon commitment. So it's like, okay, you're in the club, you're here, now you get to enjoy the benefits of being associated or initiated. So I like that. And then the Nine of Wands is just like this protection. It's just more reinforcement of that boundary. It feels very safe, to be honest. And I mean, it's beautiful here. This Empress and this Six of Pentacles, this is a portal. So remember, we don't want any black holes in the situation. We don't want anything where, is this on the right? I don't know why this just came up to right now. Okay. We don't want anything where you're putting into something and you're not getting anything in return. That's the black hole. This is a portal, and a portal means that you put into the portal and then the portal gives you back something, and it's an equal quality to what you deposited into that portal. Okay, that's how energy works. It's like a bank. Okay, you need to make a deposit before you can make a withdrawal. And the currency of energy here, this is like a very mutually beneficial, like I said, win-win-win situation. I feel like I'm talking louder than I normally talk. Guys, it took me, I've had a very stimulating day, and when I'm like super excited and super hyper, I can't channel. It's just as if I'm like, or like the energies of like anger or fear or worry or stress or anything like that, and you cannot channel. You're like, in your brain waves are in high beta. There's no way you're going to be able to like connect. So when I'm like that, I have a whole list of things that I do for all of these different scenarios. So I have to just expend the energy because it's very physical. The energy is not spinny mentally. It's like all in my body. I gotta like, so it took me a long time. It took me literally, I'm recording this like in the evening, so like evening, so it really took me all day to just simmer down. So the leftovers of that is me talking maybe a little bit louder. So love this energy. beautiful. Very, very well protected. It's very equal, mutually beneficial, equal give and take, very prosperous. There's something here. It's almost like it keeps on giving. This is an asset that appreciates in value. This is something that's going to grow over time, and it's going to keep on giving. So what else? What else do we need to know? No. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. Love it. Everyone should have someone like this in their corner. This is that maybe they're a seasoned professional, maybe this is a lawyer, maybe this is someone really wonderful with words, maybe this is someone very clever. This is great strategy. This is a strategist. This is someone that they really are very alive in their mind. That mental space, that mental place, that astral place is very real to them. And it could even be, you know, sometimes more real than physical reality. And this could also be air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, risings. So I'll give you an example, like me being a writer, and a lot of you guys are writers too. So if you are a writer and you want to do creative channeling, if you'd like some more, you know, help or feedback, or just, you know, more activity, more energy, more focus, more investing into your writing, I just started the 𝚘𝚗𝚘𝚗 table reads I think I started that in like in December. So that is over on the Patreon, patreon.com/TheFirstArteagan. We do that over Zoom, and that is the safe space to have fun and play. So that world to me, where I go mentally when I'm writing, since I was a very small child, since I learned how to form my letters, has always been more real to me than, you know, I've always been more invested there than here. So it's like, that's what I'm getting with this. I'm getting that someone, whatever it is that they think about. So, you know, be careful with that energy. This is someone that they're a queen now. So they're very mature in the quality of their thinking, but they weren't always that way. I'm kind of getting like this whole kaleidoscope energy with this person. It's like, this could even be someone that may be over obsessed about their family or romantic relationships, or work situations that didn't matter, or, you know, their appearance, or maybe even like getting lost, going down rabbit holes. You know, this is someone that's learned how to marshal their mental energy so that they can focus, so they can channel their mental intensity into something. This is a good ally. Very good. We're going to open all this up. We're going to clarify it. So I very much like this energy. Okay, I'm going to say it because it confirms strength. What I was going to say is just be careful, okay? Just be careful of this person, because we haven't clarified yet. I just don't know if this person has a bit of a mental ego. You want to be very, very careful, because I'm not sure if they're aware of their own ego, because before you go through your ego deaths, you identify with your ego. And when your ego is attacked, you take it very personally, and it makes problems for yourself. So this could be someone that may or may not have yet learned how to make that distinction, or to go through their ego deaths or whatever, or mature that way. Okay. Oh, bottom of the deck. Let's take a look. We have the Page of Cups. Look at her hair. I love that hair. That is so cute. Okay. Page of Cups, the Hermit. Oh, and the Three of Swords. Show you. Okay. Bottom of the deck. We're almost at, when is this going to come out? We're almost in Aquarius season. So when Aquarius season comes, we'll undo the buttons of the waistcoat. I think it's a waistcoat, but I think they say waistcoat. Okay, so overall, there's either a young or emotionally immature person that is hurt by someone else's success, or by something else really positive happening, or someone is going very deep within and they're mining their early childhood or emotionally vulnerable, raw experiences for wisdom, and maybe even gaining some new perspective with that Hermit energy. So that Hermit is actually the saving grace. You know, taking some time to go off and be alone. The Hermit goes to the very top of the mountain, leaves the village behind, and they're grieving, or they're sitting with pain, they're sitting with questions about life and meaning and universe and source, and trying to make sense of it all, right? And they think, and they meditate, and where is there to go for those kinds of answers? You hear that very, it was like a platitude, like a cliche, just like go within. The answer's inside. The answer's in your heart. And people, that's it's true, but it's just not as instructive, which may not be as helpful for people. So really, the hermit goes and kind of just asks this open-ended question to God, anything that's out there. Why did I go through this pain? Why is life this way? Why do people suffer? Why does God allow pain to happen? Why did my baby die? Why did my parents leave me? Why is there war? All of that kind of stuff. And they do get answers. They do get answers. It's a unique individual process. Every single one of us, it doesn't matter how tall your grandfather was, we all have to do our own growing. That's what that is. And when you get those answers, when you start to open up that kind of communication, you become wise, you become wizened, and you gain a new perspective, a deeper perspective. Someone's doing that at this time, whenever you're clicking into this reading, if it's 2023 or 2072, this applies to you. Okay. Now, when that happens, you become wizened, you become wiser, you have that deeper perspective, and it changes you. It changes you on a very foundational level. That's when the hermit goes back down from the mountain, back to the village, and shares the wisdom with everybody else, and they become the wise person that people go to for the answers. And they ask, and the village people ask the hermit questions, and they have these wise answers that really, are the anecdotes that examples that really touch people and really get things to really make sense for all of the village people. So, it's very necessary, but you need that alone time, because no one can answer those questions for you. You have to have your own experience. Everything I teach, that I preach in love, truth, and integrity is always going to be you having the experience. You having your experience. Okay, that's why I share all of my psychic secrets in my Patreon, all of my Hierophants and High Priestesses. I'm not gonna get on a tangent, but it's spirituality, and what I share through the psychic perspective is to inspire you guys to do that kind of thing, because it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Sharing spirituality and sharing things like this, it doesn't sink in unless you have the experience, unless you have the eerie moment or the creepy experience, or you know what I'm saying. So it's like the same thing. That's why another way I don't believe in formalized religion, because it's like, like the priest or someone telling you. I don't like that third person to God thing. That just never sat right with me. So this can also be convention there, but it's not convention in the bad way in this context. This is your this makes sense to you. This is your thing. So that's why my brand of spirituality, or whatever I share through my psychic perspective, is always on you guys having the experience, because that's what counts. That's the only way that it happens. And in my humble, or not so humble opinion, that's what makes it meaningful, when you have the experience. Take out you don't need no middleman. You don't need a guru. You don't need me. You don't need the church. You don't need anybody or anything. You need the alone time. You need to go sit with yourself, and you need to, you know what I'm saying? So someone's doing that about this stuff. This can also, that's why this, the hermit can also sometimes be a guru, can be some wisdom spiritual person, or mentor. Sometimes you do have mentors, and I absolutely love mentoring. I absolutely adore shepherding people, and just, like I said, sharing all my secrets with you guys, and just helping you and watching you grow and get stronger in yours. I have one Hierophant right now who's got this psychic knack for gambling. And he's, oh my God, I'm so excited for him, because he's and we talk every week, and I'm helping him with really refine these psychic skills, and it's really, really cool to watch him grow. It makes me very, very proud. Made me very proud of you guys. So, all right, let's take a look. Let's open this up. Let's take a look at the Hierophant, the Six of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Nine of Wands. Ooh, we have the popper already. Speaking of which, we have the moon energy. This is very, very psychic, very intuitive. This is a maybe even creative if that applies. There's something here that not only is it going to continue to give like this. Okay, here's the thing with the Six of Pentacles is that you have to give authentically. It has to be in the spirit. And don't be attached to, you know, giving here and then expecting that return from the portal, that it's going to be in that same way or that same person or in that same situation. That's not the point. You give when you're inspired, and you just trust that it will come back to you as good karma in the form that you need it to at the right time that you need it to come in. That's the whole secret to unlocking that abundance and the equal give and take and being in balance with the universe. Okay, this is an intuitive thing. This is the brain thinks what the heart knows. We actually have little brains in our hearts, and it does all the thinking. It knows though, because listen, the brain is always going to be this duality thing. It's always going to be right brain, left brain. You ever ask a question to your brain, it's going to have to go through that logical, you know, separative, analytical process. But when you ask your heart the question, you know the answer before you're even done asking the question. Okay, it's almost like asking yourself, like, what should I do? And then you say, okay, I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin. Not like we're in Batman. What was that? I forgot one of that movies. But you flip the coin. Oh my God, it's Harvey Dent. I believe in Harvey Dent. I was thinking about the Jim Carrey version. So you flip the coin, but when you're flipping the coin, when it's in the air, you know what you're hoping for, and that's the answer. It's in the heart space. So follow your heart, essentially. I'm hearing whispering. Oh, it's the oh, there's something very soft about this. There's something. Hold on. I'm being way too loud. I lost it. I almost got the exact words. There were years where I was hearing voices nonstop and I couldn't stand. It was driving me crazy because it was Russian and Indian. I don't speak either of those languages, and that's what it reminds me of. Okay, sorry. I guess I should spend a little bit more time expending my energy. Okay, so there's gonna be some whispering. So there could even be something a little bit secret or things taking place. There's something secret actually about this, or something, or it's like planning for an unveiling, or planning, or this would be like looking for a job. When you have your job, and you're talking to another company, maybe a competitor, before you leave that company that you're still working at. It's got that kind of vibe to it. You're setting up your next thing before you're done with the thing right now. That's kind of like the vibe there. But it's a better thing for you. It's way better. Way better. All right, let's take a look at this Queen of Swords. Let's see who this is. Oh no, I have to sneeze. Seven of Wands. It went away. I'm okay. Okay. I was able to finally, for those of you that remember in one of my rando videos when I randomly said this, I finally was able to record myself sneezing in slow motion. It was fucking hilarious. I've been trying to do that for years, and I finally did it. Oh, it was really funny. It was way funny. Anyway, Seven of Wands. I like this, actually. I really like this. His face is a little bit strange. A little bit strange. It's almost like this person, this Queen of Swords, doesn't have to be a woman. Don't pay attention to gender. It's feminine energy. We all have both masculine and feminine energy. You need both to be a healthy operating individual. So this person, this Queen of Swords, is really successful at deflecting blows. You know, kind of like Neo in the Matrix, just being really good at having this like force field around this person. And what's interesting is that there's something almost nonchalant about it. Like this doesn't really have like the expression of someone that's like, look at this face, like it's kind of like, you know, like he's like it looks a little underwhelming for a warrior. Let's just put it that way. So it's almost like this person they're successful at deflecting attacks. They can hold their own. They have a competitive advantage, but there's something almost blunted about maybe their appearance. It's almost like maybe people underestimate this person. You'd rather have it that way if this is you. You'd rather that happen, to be underestimated. It's giving me that vibe. So, you know, there's a lot of attacks because people think that they can just, you know, but they're like 10 steps ahead. They're like a chess master or something like that. Strength. Let's take a look at the strength card. And it is a Two of Pentacles. Oh boy. All right. So this is a hard adjustment. If there's a young person involved that is going through some pain, if there's heartbreak, if there's any kind of sacrifice that had to be made, if there's even some kind of disappointment, you know, for you, for someone else, if there has been some kind of like loser in this situation, it is gonna feel difficult to like maneuver this changing situation because they're still going to be disappointed, you know, going through something while this wonderful, really great situation develops and just takes off, super successful. So there may be, you know, you may have to contend with that. There may be some, it doesn't feel like a casualty. This just feels like, you know, if there's someone in this situation that is in pain or that's disappointed, this is part of their maturation process. They have to go through this experience to grow. So if that's not you, give that person that space and time and give them a chance. Do not try and cushion them from that pain or that fall. And I feel like that's really more of what this is to not coddle that person. Someone really needs to like emotionally grow up more. They need the process of maturation to happen. And whatever this is that this is it. This is the opportunity for them. And this is boundaries, okay? Boundaries protect you so that you don't take on a responsibility that is somebody else's responsibility. Boundaries protect you so that you don't shield someone from an experience or a lesson that they need to learn in order to grow. That's their lesson. Don't take that from them just because you don't want them to go through pain. We learn through pain and we learn through rewards and joy. So if this person's going through a pain cycle, then they're learning through pain right now. They get through it, they go through a reward cycle, they learn through joy and happiness and getting what they want. This just happens to be okay, just happens to be what that is. It's up to them to turn that around and to really search. I don't want to say like, search your soul, but you know what I just said, you know what I mean. So it looks like there may even be moves happening, like physical moves with the Two of Pentacles. There could be like a change of like location, or there are practical changes happening. I mean, physical. There's physical changes happening. So changing jobs, careers, offices, locations, homes, that kind of thing. Registering in different like districts or signing up for this and that, like all programs, like all of that kind of thing. So logistical, practical, physical changes taking place. Okay, let's take a look at your numerology. Any other guidance that wants to come through at this time? Something's really enticing about this. There's something. Holy sh. Okay, so so funny. So there's this song that I've been listening to like over and over and over again that helps me, um, actually helps me with my runoff energy. If I need to get my runoff energy out before I meditate, there were years that I thought I was meditating and I was not meditating. I was just trying to get the runoff energy out mentally. And this is a song. It's two songs in one, so it's like 8 minutes. It's like perfect. And I didn't even know it was two songs until like recently. It's Tainted Love and Where Did Our Love Go? It's Tainted Love and Where Did Our Love Go? I'm filming this the day Mercury station's direct in Capricorn, and it's just epic. It's epic. That's some of the whispering that I was hearing because it was almost like melodic, and I kind of that's when I lost it. But it's really hypnotic. It's almost something's almost hypnotic. It's like, describe it to me, give me more. I want to hear more. There's something auditory too. There might be something important, like a phone call or a song or a voice or something. I'm gonna post the link down below to that song in case that helps anybody. Any other guidance for my people? Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse energy. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's a pretty big conclusion. A full moon eclipse. And you have the moon card here. Oh, don't let pride get in your way. I'm about to blow your mind right now. So when I was talking about how you don't want to cushion somebody else, how you don't want to cushion somebody else's pain. You love them, you don't want them to feel pain, you want to protect them from pain. And how I was saying that you need to let them have that lesson so that they can grow. That's why their soul came here. All of our souls came here to grow and to go through things. You take that lesson away from them. You take that karma away from them. You're stunting their growth, and that's not what they want. Okay. Part of you is doing that because you love them, but part of you is doing that because it's your ego that wants to be the savior, that wants to save the day, that wants to be the hero, that wants to, okay? So part of you wants to do it for them, but maybe a bigger part of you wants to do it because of how you feel and look at yourself. And that's inappropriate. It's not right. Your ego, to be a healthy functioning ego, should not want to operate that way. It shouldn't be a martyr. Look at how much I'm suffering. That's my identity. Look at how much I'm suffering for somebody else or for something else. Nope. That's not the right ego either. That's not a healthy functioning ego either. That will get in your way. That's another full moon energy. These are not all full moon cards. You just got both of them here. So, this is going to be difficult for those two reasons, because you really genuinely don't want someone else to go through pain, or you don't want to go through a past pain or heartbreak that you never really fully emotionally processed. And this is affecting your identity. So it's doubly hard for you or for this person to back off and let someone else go through what they need to go through, because your identity has overly attached to keeping this person emotionally immature and possibly even emotionally dependent on you. Love you guys very much. Take very good care. Until next time, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings.